Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? We're just getting set up now. I hope that everything's good. Rebecca's coming along shortly. Life is good. Oh yeah. We're here on the beach. How bad can that be? And so, I hope all these streams work. We'll just do as we can. That's why we record it locally also. Isn't that special? So hi guys, how you doing? And let's begin this process. So, choose your side, woman. Okay, we are broadcasting live right now.
Oh, hi.
Let's just get your phone set up. And it looks like it's good. In fact, let's see if we can get that set up too. We're broadcasting with the computer as well.
This is still very low.
Oh, well, it'll go as long as a phone call can. So, let me just set that up and you can then say hi to the people. Because here we are. I sure hope this thing's working. Yeah, it looks like it is.
It's very low.
Okay. We might have to just skip the phone call tonight then. All right, so guys, there won't be a phone call because the battery is non-existent on this thing. And so 5%. I don't know how long that would last, so I'm just gonna not do this. I'll put it right here. Okay. That way, no sand, no foul. You can see we're broadcasting on
Hi,
YouTube and both Facebooks right now.
Yay!
And so there won't be this type of broadcast, so we won't need to have this equipment in the way. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So, thank you for being here, everybody. And God, it wants me to sign up for a data account. Oh God. Now it's telling me I can turn off the settings. Oh, you don't want to sign up? No. Okay. So we are here today, or tonight. Well, it's right at the sunset. Now look at you. You're just shiny on the on my Facebook. So right now you just got this little light. So if you go like this, oh my God, look at that! You could be as shiny as you want. So that's your job in life. This is Rebecca Renee.
Hi, everybody.
And I'm Patrick McCormick. And Rebecca is like the resident angel on planet Earth for the Dominion Realms. And then if you guys have ever experienced her, or for those that are new, it is quite an experience to have her blast you with all those cosmic juices. So, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I just woke up from a nap about an hour ago, so I'm trying to wake up still.
Oh, you're going to go out.
The new energy wave kicked my butt today.
You know what's amazing is that the weather in Florida, here we are in Clearwater, Florida, the weather in Florida is like there's a big ominous cloud bank right behind all of you guys, and right in front we have this sunny sunset. It's a very interesting division of weather.
Right behind, this beautiful sunset behind, it's completely black forward.
So lightning might start or rain or whatever, but it's so fickle, kind of like life. And so last night you did the Mayan ninth wave thing. And
as much as I could,
yes, because, well, you built this up for 5 days.
Yeah.
And on the 6th day you rose again.
Yeah.
Tried to, but the mosquitoes and the fire ants and stuff said you will have to do it this much.
Yeah.
Not this much, but this much. So that was cute. And so it's like, yay. And you did a great job. And so we just did this stealth thing in 5 minutes you set up. So part of my lesson on this planet is, as you've witnessed so many times, dozens and dozens of times, is to see how I can just do like a run and gun, which is what they call it, hurry up, set up, and go type of production. Because what my goal is, everybody, is to be able to prototype these type of technologies so that you who have their important messages to give can really use the same technology as we do. I mean, we're using an iPad on one Facebook, we're using an iBook MacBook Pro, and then we're using a smartphone on the YouTube, and we're doing 3 streams right now from the beach with 1 hotspot. And so it shows that you guys can do the same thing because this is minimal equipment. And so you don't need any of this stuff really if you know how to take a decent shot. You can use 1 smartphone and get your message out to the world. So that's what's really exciting. And now it is actually, instead of taking a few hours for me to set up, I did this in about 12 minutes. Because it's that easy. What you do that, you press an app like on Facebook, and then you type in what it is, and you're good to go. You do a little commercial beforehand, and the world knows. All 2 billion Facebook people can find out. So this is what's really nice, is that there's a convergence of technology that combines with a lifestyle of an evolved nature. Like for instance, here we are in Florida at Clearwater Beach. Why? Because we want to be. And it's very nice, and it's going to cool down, and the sunset's going to happen. And today we're going to talk about the mind of God as part of the Wisdom of God series. And so this is very exciting for me because this is like the final Love, Power, and Wisdom. The last series was the Abundance series, and before that was Love, so that was the Valentine's Day. And it's taken me almost a half a year to get these 3 seasons done, which is usually about 5 weeks per, because there's so much information, you can't really go much bigger than that. So, thank you guys for attending this 3rd episode of the Wisdom of God, season 13 of this Love, Power, and Wisdom series. And so, each week, with these series, the way I do the Kartron experience, I bring through a being called Kartron, is I will literally pick a subject matter after I tune into it and see what is supposed to happen. Because when you're dealing with higher dimensional subject matters, you have a situation to where it's like, how in the heck can you take something so grand or something so big energetically and bring it into and distill it into the place where you guys, as enlightened and awakening, or at least curious humans, you're bi-dimensional curious self. And so, oh my God, he's bi-dimensional. Then can actually, what is this stuff? So what we do is Kartron always tries to, as the interdimensional being, create it in its most distilled and simple nature of the highest divine wisdoms that are possible. So today, this subject matter this week is the mind of God. And you're going to hear it from Kartron as to what it is. And so with minimal equipment, we're doing 3 live streams right now, who knows where in the world.
Yeah.
Your Mayan broadcast was amazing because it led to such amazing energizations and stuff. And you know, we're going to be continuing with the Mayan experience, the 9th wave, because we did a WESAC thing in early May in Austin, Texas. And that was a series of broadcasts in celebration of the Buddhic month, the Taurus full moon of May, Buddha's birthday, where he became enlightened, illuminated, and ascended all in one day in the full moon of Taurus on that May, centuries ago, probably the 5th or 6th centuries or so. And so that WESAC then was like, great, here we are crescendoing, because for those who don't know, you can check out Alice Bailey, the famous medium from the 1920s, I believe. Her rendition of WESAC is a very interesting thing. I mean, they go to this WESAC Valley in Tibet, some mountain range, and they receive the light of Buddha, which is like, you know, the wisdom of God, which goes to the Christ, which is the love of God, the heart, and that goes to the ascended masters of Shambhala, who then open the gateway, and that energy comes in. So after that, and that lasts for the year, what are we going to do next is one of the questions that I posed to the cosmos, and the answer was, oh, there's a Mayan 9th wave of illumination. It doesn't just happen like in 2012, which was kind of like a fizzled ascension.
Ongoing.
Yeah, and so about every month or so, this cycle of a very high cosmic nature called the 9th wave is, you know, there was the 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th waves and stuff.
It goes back.
What? Oh, yeah, you can
Hi,
see it.
Monique.
And so,
Hi, Lorraine.
and so you guys have this situation to where, what are you going to do with this ascended energy once you get it? Well, there's a way to take this energy, because the 9th wave is actually not left brain, right brain, lower brain, whatever. It is actually a unified consciousness of everything in balance. And boy, this week is so perfect for the balanced state of the masculine and feminine, and even the part of the self, me, to the collective, we, is now in this balance point, even astrologically. It's just awesome. And so that's what I'm going to do. Is tomorrow I'm going to do the actual season, and the people who've paid to sign up will get the meaty part of what we're going to introduce today. And so then I think Sunday I'm going to do a broadcast. It's called The Ego Has Landed. And it's about actually the intellect and individualization that mankind has, and how it fits into the cosmic perspective, and how it can return to a balanced state. So anyway, there's a lot of these energies going on right now. The breeze is picking up as part of the sunset transition. So hopefully you don't get seasick because we got these winds going on. So I'd like to thank everybody for showing up. I'm going to have Kartron come through. How have you been handling these energies lately, Rebecca?
Very well. Okay. Just today. Today I was really tired. They kind of caught up to me.
We are going to...
A lot of people said they felt like they were getting electrocuted this morning from the energy. So it definitely is making itself known, that's for sure.
And as these clouds start going over towards the ocean, this sunset will turn into an interesting gray with a beautiful sunset, because as the sun sets, it's going to become orange. So we're watching this grayness come this way. And so we'll go as long as we can. If it rains, this game is over. So I'm going to have Kartron come through. And we're running on battery, by the way. So you guys can use your batteries on your smartphones. Wait till we go virtual. You're not allowed to blow things over, okay, wind? I have a relationship with the weather. So I was like,
Quetzalcoatl's a god of wind.
Say that louder.
The Mayan ninth wave, Quetzalcoatl's a god of wind.
And the god of wisdom. And I didn't plan this to have Quetzalcoatl. This computer is actually got this floppy hinge, so sorry about the people on my Facebook. You might be going, blah, blah. It's okay. So goodbye. I'll talk to you later. Kartron, the interdimensional being from the realm of essence, is going to talk about what it's like about the mind of God, explain it and bring it through. And then Rebecca is going to do some energy work that'll blow our socks up if we had socks, but we don't because we're on the beach. Then they'd be gone. So we'll see you guys later. Life is good. Oh God, it's so cute. Some of the scenes on this planet are so interesting. Oh, look at me. I got Zippy the Pinhead hairdo. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Bye. Hello, Rebecca.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
This may seem a little shady, but it's okay. Now, move so that the sun sits on that and see how that is. It is so wonderful. Hi guys, how are you doing? This is Kartron. We are using Patrick's body as usual for our wanton divine purposes. How's everybody going? We are here to talk about the mind of God this time, and so that you can get a nice introduction as to what that is compared to what, say, the wisdom of God itself is. So, how many of you have wondered what the whole mind and wisdom of God is? Well, this broadcast hopefully will help clarify that. And so, as an interdimensional being, what does that mean? What is a Kartron? It's a being we can basically become one with anything that is necessary to do the greater work that we are here to do, which is to facilitate both the light and the shadows process of evolutionary nature to move it along into the ascended states. There's a lot of stuckness, and that's why we came in both in all the full spectrum. And there was a manipulation of things that was not really scheduled, but it was attempted. It's like, oh, let's just sneak this past the cosmos. The universe won't even know what's going on. It's like, where did they get this reasoning from? And so here we have this situation to where all this stuff is now coming up to the fore. And so we of the higher states come in and we descend into this place. Now, how can we come in where we weren't able to come in for centuries, if not millenniums before? It's because you guys are here being the vessel of interest, and you're being the focus, and you are literally opening up, and as this earthly access for us, you become like the pillars and the temples of heaven on earth. Because aren't you wanting that, which is basically the fulfillment of your prophecies? And so you have this situation to where you are here on the precipice of the great unknown, and it is this energy which is like, I don't know what's going on. Do you believe in the angelic and the ascendants? Or not knowing the full picture? Do you know that? Yes, they are not knowing the full picture, because this otherwise, if you knew how it's going to turn out, then there's a little bit of element of surprise that was programmed in. So there's a wild card process that is designed into this matrix. It's engineered in the final moments so that everybody can kind of get the same bit of anticipation. And so if it was all pre-designed, then we'd have the same scenario, which was about 4 to 5 almosts as before. But this is, the protocols of this intervention, Rebecca, are now at this very hands-off-ish of the divine realms. But the shadow is still attempting to do, or the lesser light is still attempting to do this stuff. We can then prolong it, artificially procreate it, and keep whatever going, reincarnation and the cycles of slowness, and suck off their life force and all that. But still, that is part of the grand plan, because we are allowing the fulfillment of all of these possibilities in their unfettered states. By doing so, it fulfills that version of reality, and the allotment of energy that is given to me. What happens is, bring you closer now, and so the nature of these ascended states start coming in, and that turns up the pressure cooker for the shadow or the lesser light. So what's happening is that, look, feet have more than one purpose. One of them is to hold a tripod to keep things from falling over. And so, by the way, you look very radiant and shiny today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so, what we are doing, everybody, then, is taking this new level of reality up to, we're just taking the reality of humanity up to its highest degree. And this way, by having it unfettered, untouched by the divine and the shadow to a certain degree, you'll see the intervention is allowed to go so much, but not to the extent of another blow up of a planet, or having a species be so malfeasant, it literally destroys the world. Malfeasance. Misuse of authority or power, usually designated for a certain jurisdiction. And so the malfeasance, which is illicit activity and all that stuff that is happening, is allowed to a certain degree, but not to the point where the management company destroys the company. Because if this world was looked at as an asset of an investor, the investor being God, it would hire a species. It would assign a species to the grant of stewardship to care for.
Right.
Well, if you look around, humanity has been so pulled and tethered this way or that by these advanced agendas that it's not able to function as a proper stewardship.
Right.
Right? That's why it's out of balance. And so if the divine forces left the earth to its own devices, it would probably, that's thunder that you guys are hearing in the back. This is the cloud, it's so cool. Oh look, it's the finger, oh my god, there's the finger, oh my god. And so, oh no, it's pointing at me. God help, what are we doing? Look, everybody's got the finger, oh no. And so, it wasn't me, no it wasn't. Yes, it wasn't. And so, you guys are here on the precipice, and you have literally gone further than the other 4 or 5 times. Okay, even Atlantis, Lemuria, the Nibiruans, all that stuff, it's got to this place, but you're actually past that point now. But, we're not out of those woods yet. So, what we are doing is we're bringing And so, that is such a wiggly thing. Have you guys gotten sick on the Patrick's Facebook yet? And so, it is this thing that is really on the edge, the precipice of this possibility. It's kind of like the sun is setting and rising in the other country, but setting here. It's on the edge between worlds. And so, guys, let's start with this wisdom series. Who knows how long this will last? If it rains, game over, and it's going to be a wobbly broadcast a little bit. So thank you for being here. We are going to begin. Now, what we're going to do, instead of talk about what God is in its mind, we're going to show you. So we'll do a demonstration, but first let us give the groundwork, pun intended, for what the mind of God is. Okay, so this being as an interdimensional does not operate as a Homo sapien, as you probably imagine. What do we do when we go up to the cosmos and we look for information? There are about 39,438 primary databases in the cosmos that we scan when we are looking at a situation of a particular nature or someone or a scenario, collective or individual or whatever. And so we find the relevant information. This is not about how you can engage that wisdom. That would be later. 39,438 primary databases. Primary. Each one of those breaks down into about a few thousand different databases. So do that math. Ha ha! Got you. Oh no, I must think and do math now. Yeah. Alright, everybody. And so, look at these hams in the background. They're all like, we want to be on TV, and then we may not know it. Well, there's everybody on the other. So we're going to come here and be on TV. And so, the mind of God, we're going to share in that cameras on and over. Could you literally pick it up? Because the wind is keeping in a very cool state. It looks like the wind. That camera's on, and could you open the visor and see if it's still playing? The local camera fell over. Is it going?
It's on standby.
Well, it's not. It's going to be too wobbly, so just close it up. And could we give that to us, because we're not going to have it.
Patience.
Just give it to us.
Patience.
What?
Patience.
That's not how it is disconnected. If you give it to us, we can just do this and get on with the broadcast. Oh, you would believe, you may not imagine how much patience that we have, because our previous assignment was 5 billion years in another galaxy. And so, talk about patience. We've been watching this world of humanity for 10,000 years just to observe the situation because there were deviations in the timeline. That's patience. We've been waiting again and again, 5 to 12 primary layers of time simultaneously at 10,000 years. So take that times 10,000, that's patience. Getting a camera from falling over again quickly, that's patience. And so, as the sun goes, hello everybody, we're not falling over anymore, the footsy is holding us. We're going to bring this closer so that it too can be kept from wobbling. So, handle. There. And so, here's the situation, everybody. We're going to introduce you to the wisdom of God. And this is the mind of God. And so consider the way that we actually scan things and become one with it. Imagine yourself without a human form. Okay? So you don't have a body, you're not stuck in a water balloon.
They can't hear anything.
What?
They can't hear anything. Oh my god, I can't hear anything.
Can you hear now? Lorraine sent several special cookies.
Thank you.
Probably wet cookies. And so, can you hear now? the weather is approaching. And so please respond on the chat of Rebecca's Facebook and also
Yes.
the other one. Okay, good. Now, here's the situation on this. As an interdimensional without form, we literally can become one with anything. There is nothing that we cannot get into. There is no thing that we are separate from. Things do not exist that we cannot get into and become one with. In fact, that is the key. So, if we need to go to this secret occult place on planet Earth and have a dialogue with, let's say, a dark council, then we go in there, freak them out, and say, okay, here's the dealio, what's going on. Right? So, the way to do the mind of God, everybody, is here's how we holographically scan. Now, all of this is for your ability to use whatever level you can. When we scan something, like for instance, if we were going to look at Rebecca and see how she was doing, we wouldn't look for the harmonies, we look for the disharmonies by looking at what is different than her perfect frequency. And so, there's Rebecca, and you guys of the soul, right? You have a very high frequency. Your divinity is our reference, right? So how far you've come from that, how far you dip down into this realm
So
of the
you
rodeo.
could tell me about the smoothie that I drank before the show and the gas bubbles churning in my stomach?
And so you can then look at anything that you want. And so you look for the differences, and so as you do that and you find these energies that are different, that's what you holographically scan for. And of course it's imprints in layers. So when we look at you guys, like right now, you've said, hey, great Kartron, look at me, just by tuning on, then we can scan you and see the differences in your vibration. To look at the mind of God, you go up, and how do we find the information in the cosmos that we require in relation to, say, doing a session with you guys? It is like being available for something we search not for. It is like holding the space to be available for all of the possibility that isn't. It is like awakening as one with all of creation at the same time that you are looking at a microscopic level. It is as if you are vibrationally aligned with the energy you are intending to receive, which is also information. And so, to look at the mind of God, it is going to start raining. So this broadcast may have to be resumed. Again, the drops are starting. And so, the mind of God you can consider like a structure of the omniversal matrix. The omniversal matrix of the metatronic field is the fabric of creation that's connected with all things. The mind of God is basically the place where the repository of all sentient wisdom exists. This energy, this information is available in a way that will allow you to have access. We're having to hurry now. But we're going to actually create a jet stream around.
Have some ginger. It'll help your smoothies. I know.
And so, here's the situation.
Thanks.
To connect in with the mind of God, you don't look. You make yourself available. And you then do not use your humanity as a reference and a form. Let's just go there right now. Everyone, we are going to now surround you with a beautiful golden liquid consciousness energy. We're activating your God gates, and we're going to then open and bring in your pillars of transformation.
You mean to gain information, like psychic or just knowledge? Knowledge about a soul or a person?
We make ourselves available to all information relevant to the situation at hand.
Right.
Because if you're
Well, you know, sometimes you get information you don't want to. Say, for example, if you're on a bus, I don't ride city buses often, but I did in Australia, because I wouldn't drive on the left side of the road, because that's just crazy. That's dyslexic. So, and you know, you see, for example, seeing a male with their daughter, and knowing things you shouldn't know about their relationship, stuff like that you didn't want to know, and then it's like, okay, I'm sick to my stomach, I didn't want to know this. That's a tough one.
But that's different than what, say, we are doing as far as facilitation, because we, in a capacity of interdimensionality, do not have a human component that would be associated with the referential emotional body.
Right, and like for me, it's not, sometimes not, it wasn't so much doing a session on them, but just kind of knowing too much, and it's like...
Yes, now that's different as far as the mind of God.
Yeah.
Because we are talking about taking them up to the place where they can access all knowledge of the universe.
Right.
Now, you were talking about an earth-relevant experience of a relationship.
It would still be called...
But it would be the nature of their covenant, of the relationship, of their agreement, and things like that.
No, absolutely. But it was still a bit of a clairvoyant knowing, one of the clairs. Clairsentience.
Now, what we are seeing is that would be good to cover in another broadcast, because you're talking about what is the appropriate level of discernment and God's sight to be able to see these things. Now, we are talking about it on a collective level. So guys, we are asking Saint Germain to now open a gateway to the Ascended Lord and Lady Masters of Shambhala. We are opening Archangel Michael, please sound a clarion call as we open the portal to the Grand Hall of the Archangels. We are also going to be opening up, well, we don't need the karmic board or the halls of judgment, but we are going to ask Radiant, even if she's not going to speak at this time, depending on the weather, to come in and hold the space, because she would have the Soul Star access, like Angel Ariel of the Cellular 9. So you have a situation to where then they have access to the Soul Star, which would be the local flash drive for a human incarnation of someone in their body on the journey of many lives of the soul, that would then give the blueprint for their soul's mission, which would be the information and the data.
Right.
So their Soul Star is what they would use to access the mind of God.
Right.
But it's a pre-program, right? It's set. This is what you're going to do in this life, la-di-da. Here's your chances, all your potentiality. Here's what you're going to do, blah, blah. So, but what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to just give you a quick experience into the mind of God.
Hi, Amanda. Amanda's from by Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Isn't this interesting about how the weather is turning into this really interesting? It's like this yellow glow of a weather that's coming this way, and you see this really cool...
I used to work with Amanda.
And so she goes, hey!
She's cute.
Do you need your sunglasses on, or would you like to show them your eyes? And so, on the count of three, everybody, we're going to take, and with Saint Germain and Archangel Michael, we're going to put a blanket of violet flame. Okay, so this is like a blanket of violet flame, which is transmutation energy. This is going to come through you guys, and you're just going to let it burn through, and you're going to take a deep breath of the violet, purple, and deep purple energy, and you're going to let everything go and send it up through your God gate, which we're installing 4 feet up, 4 feet across, in the veil of life and death. So 1, 2, 3, everybody take a deep inhale of this violet energy coming up into your feet and into your body now. And just lift it all up and let it go. All right, this violet flame we've left inside of you. So now take a deep breath of the violet energy and let it go out. Feel the violet going out into your life. We may only have a few more minutes. Okay, so we're going to take you on a journey of this. Let's begin this process. Want to get them on the journey?
I was just going to do some creation stuff.
Creation, well, let's get them up to the mind of God, and then you take it from there.
Okay.
Okay?
Hi, Michael.
right, everybody. Take a deep breath. Fall into your centers. Nature is going to accompany us with some thunder. Now we're going to put a golden sun in the center of your being where you breathed into. Breathe deeply. This energy, feel the golden light permeate through your whole being. There, what is?
The golden sun.
Yes. You felt it. Good. We're going to have radium breathe a breath of life on it. Actually, let's have Soleil do that now. And everybody allow the Dominion Angel, the Solar Logos, to now breathe this energy in through your being to the very core of your soul. As you are gathered here together, we, as the sacred enclave of awakening, do now take our very lives, the existences of life on earth, in this world, in this physical dimension. And we now breathe deeply within ourselves, and we breathe out and remove that fabric of existence of your humanity now. As the fabric comes off of you, this raiment of humanity, this cloak of mortality, allow the soul to illuminate, and brighter it becomes to the point to where it will open up now, this very light within your soul of 1,000 suns. And now we are going to take and open a portal above the veil of life and death above you.
And Mother Mary's going to join into that portal.
Okay.
Bakashimai, Batare Ivikishimaha, Ukushumai, Vikishimaha, Ikashimaha, my children, Makishikara Avikisimaha. Ukushuma-tare ivikishi. I love you so much. Vakishima-atare ivikishi. Mother Mary's going to send a blessing to all of those that have lost their mothers in this lifetime. So just receive this Divine Mother energy now to soothe you and comfort you and take all your sorrow away. As you allow the energy and blessing of the Divine Mother to fill you now to overflow. This is a very soothing energy, so just continue to receive this.
And now we take this energy of Mary, breathe it within yourself, and allow the Mother to bless you with the divine feminine energy that will balance out the masculine qualities of your existence.
Feel the kiss of the Mother in your third eye and the arms of the Mother around you, letting you know that everything is going to be all right.
And as we take the soul and open it up, we open a portal of roses that will allow this gateway to be fashioned with love, the stuff of creation. For it is the love of God that leads to the mind of God itself that holds that wisdom within it. Now look above your God gate and you will see a structure of ethereal nature, cobalt in color, a deepest interdimensional blue, like the fabric of the raiment of God's robes. And this fabric approaches and starts to form a shape. It is as a geometry of a sphere. And within this there is a gateway facing you. And it is this energy that now, as it approaches, you'll start feeling this blessing. And as the great Divine Mother breathes the breath of love of the most divine holy state of your soul, a portal is opened to this mind of God. Now we bring that temple, the mind of God here, that gateway now joins just above where you are in this world. See this gateway open. And now, as a group, as a collective, we rise up and we go into this temple. It is a temple that is like neurons, a matrix, a liquidity in its structure. Not that it changes shape, but that it is available to alter according to the necessity of your presence. And so, we are going to have you ask your question to this temple itself. And the question is, who am I? And we are going to allow that question to form itself, because the wisdom within the mind of God is alive. It is sentient. It already knows you. Like Mary knows the divinity of love in your heart, because you are never separate from the Divine Mother. No matter how far apart you may seem, there is a divinity in your presence that is everlasting. It is going to rain in about 4 minutes. It is starting to now. So this is a good test run, and Patrick can redo the introduction because here comes the rain again.
Yeah.
The rains of Africa are approaching.
They are.
Well, it is getting kind of luminous in the cloud department. And so we are going to have you guys talk to Rebecca and this being. You can email us at kartron999@gmail.com. But you can feel the rain's approach.
Yes.
And this equipment is not designed except for the Samsung GS7e that can get rained on for 30 minutes. So everybody, thank you so much. This is Kartron. This was a good test. Let us know how it is. Rebecca will check the Facebooks, and so comment on Facebook how this was. We just got a small sample, a small taste. Patrick was going to do the actual Mind of God thing, so he's got to tune in and see because this changes all the time. How are you doing? Good. You are always ready. You are ready for something different at every moment. Farewell, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
This is Kartron, preparing to not have Patrick get wet. This is interesting. You know, the sunset is going, it's all perfect.
Laughing about the video.
Who is what?
Right.
Oh, yeah. It's like, it's interesting. Yeah. That's
Bye,
special.
Debbie.
So guys,
Bye, Lorraine.
it is sprinkling, and so we're going to let the iPad not lose its life today.
Bye, Joe.
I will talk with
Bye,
you guys
Kelly.
later. We're going to finish all this, and let us know how you feel. We're getting there one step at a time, and life is good. Oh yeah. See ya. This has been
Love you, Kelly.
the June 30th, the
Say hi to-
last day of the
say hi
month
to
broadcast.
Kelly. Hi, Olga.
Hi. And so on my floppy Facebook broadcast, you might have got a little happy moments. It's like, oh yes, the North Word. It's pretty cool. The clouds are just forming into this gray mass. It's really cool. The weather's so interesting. So we'll see you guys later. Have a nice day, and I'll let you know what's going on. It's all good. Oh yeah, the lightning's coming now. Oh yeah.
There's still people swimming?
Now, Rebecca, could you hit the YouTube is still on? Could you hit that button? Goodbye, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.